Thank you very much. Hi,
So I
everybody.
should
Sorry
stop
about
talking
that.
about cats.
We had a slight
That bit was on stream.
internet intermission
close.
that happened involuntarily, so we're back.
Kashcah dropped the apocalyptic thing on us, total party kill.
Yep, we got hit by a
Even knocked
meteor
out their
spell.
internet.
We didn't know the place was trapped with meteors. We should have known this, seeing meteors crashing into the place. But hey, you know.
Well,
So the only issue is we players didn't hear it except for
Yeah. I mean,
we still assume it's alive.
Lulu's still there with the kids. At least teleport them out, right?
Static, I think there's like a lot of storms going on south of us, and I think that it was probably to do with that.
Yeah.
So
hey,
they're not local to us, but there's a lot of rain, like further south, lots of
I
flooding.
hear a dog barking.
that's not me.
Not?
We've got a soft dog snooze in the background, but that's
No, it stopped. And don't know who it was. Hey, Mischief of Mice went live.
You were describing our fate as we were. Somebody was sneaking up ahead.
What was I saying?
We were peeking into the courtyard.
That's not demonic, Dumbo. That's angelic Lulu. She's actually the opposite of demonic.
So in the courtyard, I don't know how much. I'm sorry if I'm repeating this stuff.
Just repeat.
Yep. So the building is the east end of the building looks relatively like stable. There are some cracks that you see in some of the walls, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. They're just kind of minor looking. But you can tell by looking at the buildings that it was prior to being, transported to hell. It was a building that people took a lot of pride in. There's lots of like shiny marble, lots of kind of ornate stonework. It's very beautiful. But in the interior, now it's like soot covered. Even at the eastern end, it's all kind of got this haze of soot all over it. So looking into the courtyard, you see there's kind of this main pathway that goes up to, you can see right here. Actually, let me do the dots instead. See right there? These are stairs going up to the main doors of the cathedral. Yeah, I should do that instead, huh? Pointer. That's a better idea. Pointer. So this is kind of like these two squares with the X's in. These are two big kind of towers on the front of the cathedral. And there is like a balcony up above as well. But at the kind of ground level, there's some kind of big set of stairs going up to the front doors of the cathedral. And then, an archway kind of with, well, you can't really see like that from the gates, I guess.
So who wants to spring a very obvious trap?
Palkas says, "I'll stay. I'll stay here and be the signal."
Yeah. I'll go and have a look.
Okay.
What are like this arch kind of stuff? Like, are they buildings, or it seems like it's stuff that's attached to the wall.
Yeah, those are like.
What kind of purpose would they be serving? Yeah,
those are well, they look like some of them might have been like stables or barracks. These ones that are close, like on this eastern wall here, have like definitely larger doors on them, and then the ones that are closer to the steps have just human-sized doors on them. But these are kind of rooftops that are coming down from the interior wall to some kind of ground level, just single-story buildings around the interior of the walls. Wow, the snoring.
Jeez.
Sorry if you guys can hear that. So yeah, those are interior kind of buildings. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm going to scurry up to the front of the thing.
Okay.
How far does he make it before he gets attacked?
So you're okay? So you just kind of as you
I'm
you kind of
obviously trying to be stealthy, and I've still got
Scoot
parts of a trace out.
yeah. As you scoot up to this side of the building, right? So kind of skulk across, like keeping low to the ground. And everybody's holding their breath as you kind of like ninja your way across this bit of courtyard here, and peek around like this corner right here. You see kind of over past the steps a little bit. You see two large dog-like creatures that do not look normal. And they look like they're like lurking in the shadows. They haven't seen you, but they definitely look like they're lurking in the shadows back there, like keeping watch. But they have not seen you. But here's I'm sorry they all say the name. Apparently that's a thing that nobody thinks to remove, but that's what you see kind of lurking in the shadows over there.
You describe them as dogs. They look more like sniffles. Just saying, like the face structure looks like a sniffles.
And these are pretty big. Kind of
Let's
big.
try a survival check to establish that Thorn understands these.
We did do research on the health stuff.
Yeah,
You
so
did?
you you do kind of recognize what these are. You kind of have a good idea that they're hellhounds, but maybe you're not as familiar with their capabilities as.
I mean, they're in hell, they're canine. Chances were they were going to be called hellhounds. But I don't know that. Okay, I will scurry back out.
Hellhounds.
Are they the
and
size of
deliver this
normal?
information.
Are they the size of normal dogs, or are they like horse size, or?
They're not horse size, but they're definitely bigger than a normal dog.
Okay.
Well, I'll take not horse-sized. That's
Just
good.
because I can.
Remind me. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to remember who did the research. Can you?
Palkas did research.
Yeah.
Malvola did research.
Coyra also did some kind of
I didn't
research.
really do research.
Okay.
I'll be
Or
shot.
if I did, it wasn't much.
Oh, hang on.
Coyra did research on Rome.
Okay. So hang on though, because Thorn is heading back to you now. So
Yeah.
let's see what Thorn shares before we get
Okay.
excited.
So, assuming I make it back unmolested,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, yeah, there's a couple of like huge slavering monster dog things lurking in the shadows by the door, clearly just waiting to eat faces. I figure that's probably not a good sign.
No. Palkas pokes his head back out towards Lulu and shakes his head no and makes a stop with his hand.
Okay.
And you didn't kill them already?
The name of Palkas.
He waits for Lulu
Who are you and what have you done with Thorn?
to recognize that he's
Why
been
aren't they
pussy.
dead
That's
already?
pure Tim. That's
There
not
was
Thorn.
no
That's pure
stabbing.
Tim.
Oh, is Rhea with us or with the kids?
Rhea is with you. Well,
She's with
not
us,
yeah,
okay.
she's with you, not with Thorn, but she stayed put at the steps at the gates.
So, it's
Do you
only
relate
an
where in the
ambush.
courtyard they are?
Yeah, they're by the entrance to the temple, kind of on the far side of the temple gate, just waiting in the shadows of the pillar. They're right there up against the temple. But it's only an ambush if we don't know they're there. So we could just wade in and spit roast some hell puppies.
What
So
if
should
Maybe I should rephrase that.
what if we set up an ambush for them?
You mean I could sort of blunder in there and pretend to be clueless, as if, and then just lead them back out?
I could use my spike root spell to make some painful terrain for them.
Okay. Does this sound like a good plan to everyone?
Where are we fighting them?
That's a good question.
Well, I can lead them to the gates. That's about the only place you can ambush them from. You hide either side of the door, and then when they chase after me, you leap on them. That's about our only option.
So for those of you who did the research, you know that they do move pretty quickly, and that they also they can breathe fire.
What? Thorn, I like your idea, but what I could do is use my bag of fur, throw a ball in, make the creature that spawns from it run away from the creatures while making some noise. They follow it, they walk into spikes. That way, you are not in danger.
Do we know about how fast they move?
Sounds good.
Very fast.
Twice as fast as a dwarf.
Faster than me.
So only a little bit faster than me.
So is a dwarf a recognized SI unit of speed?
It is now.
Palkas says,
2/3 dwarf.
regardless of whatever we do, we should not stay together. With their fire attacks, they would likely try and group us.
Yep.
There being 2, I hope there's not more. A pack of them would surely be difficult to take down.
Well, we could spread out inside the wall, coming through the gates, spread out a bit either side of the gates, and then Coyra, you could do horrible things to the ground.
Horrible. Jeez.
Do you like being turned all spiky? I don't think so. And
Do we
then
have
we could just attack them and wait for them to come to us. And if we're spread out, they can't flame us all at once.
Do we have a different map for this?
Yeah.
Nope. We
I
do
have a
not.
question.
Sorry.
Just curious.
Would I know if they're natural climbers?
I mean, they can jump pretty good, but I know opposable thumbs, so climbing is a little challenging.
If we got on top of rooftops and whatnot, they might have a hard time trying to get to us.
Mm-hmm. You think that's pretty true?
Except how far can they spit that fire?
15.2 cubits.
About, wait, how tall is a dwarf?
How tall is it? Depends on the dwarf.
About 5 dwarves tall. 5 dwarves tall. Everything's going to be measured in dwarf now.
What the heck? I feel personally attacked.
Well, no, that'd only be if she said it was roughly 5 Ulfgars standing on
You're right.
each other's shoulders.
Well be. All right.
And they move twice as fast as Ulfgar.
Palkas, is there something you're not telling us?
Palkas is actually 2 dwarves in an overcoat.
This is why they're 15 cubits.
He's 2 dwarves and a half orc suit.
Gaffer tape is an amazing thing. But, I mean, however fast they can shoot, however far they can shoot, it's still better to be up on the parapets than not, assuming no one flying around sees us.
Well, how tall are the parapets?
That's a good question.
Wait, you're talking about like these... Hang on, let me get the pointer.
These things.
Because I was
the
thinking
big
you were talking
circly,
about the...
like these bits?
Well, or
No.
just,
Or like this
The
bit
walls.
along here?
yeah,
Oh.
just the bits along.
Okay. Alright, oh boy, now you're asking.
Because I was thinking initially the parts where the stables and whatnot, the roofs of those areas,
Yeah, that'd be
which
another.
are probably aren't more than 15 or 5 dwarves tall, but
That's 4 dwarves.
Yeah, those roofs are reachable. The kind of walkways up above them, you feel like you'd have to go into the tower to get up there.
Right.
Because they're
and it probably would
significantly...
be too high for
Oh, these
all of us to
walkways need you need to go into buildings in order to get up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you think so.
What about
Well,
the roofs that he had mentioned?
Those roofs are, yeah, you feel like with
I mean,
a bit of
yes,
a clamber, you could get up there.
we're going to be in sight.
I have a feeling that's going to make
But
enough noise to
perhaps-
attract the dogs.
Perhaps, perhaps this bit here might be accessible without attracting too much attention. I don't know. But if so, then, we can set up there and one of Coyra's weasels can try to bring them round, or I can go round and go at them or something.
I'll throw one of my creatures. I don't want my friends to get hurt.
How big is this?
600 feet.
Yeah.
How many dwarfs is it?
How many dwarves?
It's
I
at
mean-
least a couple hundred dwarves standing side or laying lengthwise.
Yeah, and this cathedral is really big, actually. So this is kind of a huge courtyard.
Okay.
Could we get theoretically set up here?
Yeah, you could certainly
You mean
like
this area? Or are you talking
Yeah,
like up on the
up
On the
roofs?
roof.
up
on the
on
roofs.
the roof. Yeah, you could. You feel like climb up there. Like maybe some people may require a boost, but yeah.
I think that's safer than going for the ones across the courtyard where we're in view while we're climbing.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I'll shriek or something. Hail! Hail!
Penelope pissed off.
All right, so let's say that several of us could get up there and does. What then?
And stay spread out across it.
Then I will cast my Thorn spell on the ground, the spike road, throw
How-
an animal in, and let them chase the animal, or hope that they chase the animal.
So are you gonna like put the thorn spell like here?
That's a good question. Wherever you guys think it would be the best to put it.
I mean, I kind of think that ideally it would be sort of around here, on the ground in front of where we are.
Well, except how
it's
long does it
difficult
last?
for them.
Well, not just how long does it last, is how big of an area does it affect when this courtyard is apparently huge.
It lasts
like-
up to 10 minutes and the ground in a 20-foot radius. And
That's a fair chunk of space.
So you could probably like choke point the doors that they would have to come through to get out.
They're not inside the
They're not
building.
inside,
They're over
kind of here.
Oh,
this
this whole time I thought they were in the building.
the issue
No.
with doing it by the doors, if anyone humanoid is alive and inside these doors, they might get a world of pain too.
Well, you could put it like at the corner and then have your animal like on the other side attracting attention.
Sure.
Okay,
Or
let's try it. It can't
just
hurt.
hold off on casting it until they're here, and then just put it under them.
Yeah, that works too.
That works too. So yeah, you could be up on this here,
Mhm.
casting it just at this corner.
The benefit with me casting it when they don't see it is they'll not know it's there until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
But the benefit of casting it on them is they are stuck in it, so
Hmm.
either one works.
So to give you an idea, these stairs right here, these are kind of actually perhaps a tiny bit bigger than these steps are about 200 feet across. So that is like the scale is a little bit off, but this is a pretty big area.
Yeah.
And we can use the measurements on here for now, because I think that just makes it easier, right? So
Yeah.
it's about like 95 feet.
What are my long range spells?
I can still give it a try.
I got 120 feet with a chill touch. I think that's probably about my longest catapult
Can you
speed.
direct one of those balls of fur across that much distance?
I can throw them as far as I can throw them. Let me look up ball of fur.
No, I mean from the standpoint of basically you give it orders, but
Yeah, let me look it up really quick. I don't know
I may have
how
a really
far.
bad idea for drawing their attention. I do have a flute.
That's
You're
true.
gonna Pied Piper them.
Well,
He's gonna
I
give the
figure,
flute to Palkas and have him catapult it at him.
Wow. It only
No, I'm
goes 90
figuring
feet.
noise would probably draw their attention. Canines have somewhat delicate hearing,
So, really
and my
quick,
playing may not necessarily be the best. It is
Really
based on my charisma of 10.
to answer your question, I can throw it up to 20 feet. But seeing that I'm elevated, it might reach further. Looking at kashcah there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how far you throw it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, rather than potentially sacrifice something, one of your fur balls, let's see if we can draw it out with sound first. If we can draw them.
We could try that. But the thing with the fur ball, for example, is they have something to chase.
Yeah.
While with the sound, they
Squirrel.
might just
Squirrel.
go somewhere. I don't mind what we do though. Whatever you guys think is best.
Well, let's see what happens with this. Oh God.
So hang on. So where?
It's not a beautiful noise.
So where are you guys? Can you put little dots on your initial position, just so I kind of.
I imagine right
So-
up there.
Okay,
Hold
so
on a
you're
second, I
you
have to-
you're
That's
all
where I
kind-
am.
You're all
I'm
taking
toward the-
position
Hold on, I have to like to
on
reach
this
there.
this roof here.
Yeah, Coyra
That's
would
what
be
I
somewhat.
understood.
Oh,
Okay, all right. And
How
Coyra,
do I delete that?
Just select it with the arrow and then, or click it with the arrow and then you can delete.
Clicking it keeps making more.
I
No,
got
no.
that one.
Wait,
I
you're
got
still
that
on paintbrush. You need to click the arrow, your select move button on the top left.
Yeah.
Well, as long as I know that you're all kind of on this roof back here, that's
Yeah.
fine for me. And Coyra, where are you? Sorry,
Coyra would be standing around there-ish.
where are you
to
casting?
cast-
Yeah.
Where I would. Yeah, that's a good one. Did we establish that one yet? Where I would be casting the spell?
The spiky ground spell.
I would assume probably somewhere around here. As soon as they come around the corner, you could hit them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know your range for the spell though.
150 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
you could be back even further.
I assume this. Wait.
You could be back probably about. Palkas is
Yeah, but I
actually-
still need to throw the animal thing.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Sure.
So what's the? Can you hit the spell for me so I can see like the radius?
Let me see how it works. So just clicking. Yeah, just clicking.
20-foot radius centered on a point. So and you're kind of centering it like God damn it. Like is it like right in this corner here kind of thing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you sound the flute, Grimm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sitting like right up on the corner of the roof in clear view when they come around.
Okay. Right. So you
I'm
sound the
probably gonna
flute,
get toasty.
and you're all kind of there's this horrible noise from Grimm's direction, and then
I
there's
haven't
this.
practiced in a while.
And there's this moment of kind of silence as you all almost hold your breath, waiting to see if they take the bait and come around the corner. And still silence. Goes on for like a minute and nothing seems to be happening.
Coyra just waits on a sign from the others to throw a furball.
You do not see them.
Yeah, give it a try.
I'm I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, you ugly mutts!" in Infernal.
Of course, a big old pig.
Yeah. What I told the creature, where would it land? That's a good question.
So
Like where-ish?
it's gonna land pretty much like in this area, you know, like at the bottom.
Okay. So I'm telling it to
Yeah, like right there.
arrow. Wait. No, so I'm telling it to first run towards here and make a noise and then just run out.
Okay.
No, don't do that. We don't want him to go towards the kids.
Yes, right. And run towards us.
Yes.
Like, good call.
Skirting around where you. Oh, if you haven't dropped it yet, but.
Mm.
Alright, so you
In
do
the
that.
moment those creatures come in view, I'm casting the spell.
Okay.
Okay. And Grimm, you're yelling out in Infernal.
I'm
Are you ugly
hurling
mutts?
insults about their parentage and whatnot in
Okay.
Infernal.
All right. So that the boar gets doesn't get very far around the corner, and then you see the boar's eyes get pretty big, and it turns. And wait, hang on.
How fast does a boar run?
Give it general orders. Then it runs. Kind of turns on its feet, on little hoofs, and runs back towards kind of like this corner. Oh, that's a select. That's not an arrow. Runs back to this corner over here. So, and right behind it, you see. So, Coyra, you just have time to get off your ground spike spell. And yeah, you see right behind it, these hellhounds are chasing it down, basically.
Poor creature. Coyra actually feels a little bit really bad about it.
A little bit really
She
bad.
has to sacrifice an innocent creature.
Let's see how fast a boar runs.
As fast as a boar needs to.
Not quite as fast as a hellhound.
And no faster.
That's what I was wondering, is the boar actually going to be able to escape them?
I mean, it had a bit of a head start, so it does kind of make it back to the corner. All right, let's roll some initiative. Getting too far into this without.
How do I
You have to select your own token for that.
God damn it!
That's what
My
I
plan
was
is
like, okay, how do we
my
select
plan is
this?
ruined.
just put our tokens on this map
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
somewhere and we can do it.
I just gotta go get him. Where the hell did I leave you guys? We
the-
were
the
on
makeshift map you did.
Yeah, that map. Okay. How could I have forgotten about that?
So the
So
speed
we'll be
of
giants.
the speed of a boar is how much dwarfs is it?
how many dwarves?
Basically, it starts heading back toward that corner, then we hear this loud squeal of terror, and it comes charging back
That's
the way
Yeah, pretty much.
with these two hellhounds on its tail.
Yep.
Let's see what this ends up.
If the boar is as fast as Palkas. It is one Palkas speed.
Sorry, we
No,
don't
no,
measure
no,
in
no, no.
Palkas.
We rate them in dwarf speed.
Wow.
We've already established dwarf is the official measurement of this campaign.
I find that offensive.
At least a
dwarf
little faster
character.
than your average
Wait.
dwarf.
Wait, you're saying from this campaign? It's not a standard measurement tool for D&D?
Alright, let me grab.
Hobbits per hour.
Oh, God.
Let me grab a hellhound token here.
Oops, I just drew a picture.
Oh, wow. Great initiative there.
1 second while I clean that up. Let's delete that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wah, wah.
Oh, wow.
And gee, Mr. McStabby is first.
It's a good thing we're all holding our actions to attack, right?
Oh, you guys.
I mean, I did what I could.
And then Rhea.
So the question is, are you casting the spell on them centrally? Are you putting it in front of them? Are you putting it...
I'm putting it a little bit in, like, if you see a radius, I'm not putting the middle point on them. I'm putting the middle point bit in front of them, basically, so that they are stuck in the terrain
Okay.
no matter what.
So
But
there's
not in the middle of it, that they have an easy way out.
gotcha.
Alright, so these hellhounds come kind of tearing around the corner after this boar who is now fleeing for its life.
Makes sense.
And yeah, Thorn, you are actually what we're going to do, because you are all waiting for them, we're going to do this because the hellhounds have no idea what they're walking into. So Thorn, it's all you.
Okay. So I will take my 3 arrow attacks.
Okay.
Were you doing Coyra's surprise stuff, or are you just going in initiative surprise order?
So they get the ground spike as well. Yep. Let me look at that. Oh, when they move into the area. Okay. Well, that's prepared. Okay. Sorry. 1 second.
Okay.
So that does hit Thorn.
Okay.
Who's the guy? Or is there Ray? Wait,
Okay.
she looks like... I always thought she looked different. The token below mine.
Oh, for Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crap that they didn't give her a custom token. That's like the generic veteran token.
Oh, for me, zoomed out, it looks a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I just figured it was a helmet.
Yeah, it's very dark,
Yeah, like
and it's hard to like. It's no
a horn
contrast.
helmet is what I always thought it was.
Yeah. So those 3 all hit, and
Okay. The
Courtyard.
third one, as usual, is the one that has the bonus for Dread Ambusher.
Mm-hmm. Courtyard, do you want to roll the damage for your ground spikes?
Yes, how do I do? There was what? D4?
think it was
D20,
like-
D1?
Hang on,
2
there was
D4s.
Like you went from D4 to D20. That's good.
It was 2d20, right?
No, so the reason I said D20, my brain was like 2 D4s. So, but a D20 came out. Oh. Roll D.
I think one of those hellhounds just had a really bad
Roll.
day.
Yes, he did. That
That's
hurt.
35 silver.
And that's
I
silver
hope I
arrow.
did it right.
Hang on. So, 35, and is that, wait. Oh god, yeah, because that one was a critical. Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, so 35 plus the 7 from Coyra's,
And that's only if it stops in the first 5 feet.
right.
Yeah, every 5 feet it travels, it takes damage.
Mm-hmm. So you hear this kind of like guttural yelp as this hellhound is just like pincushioned by Thorn's arrows and the spikes from the ground as well, and
Also,
this
it's now difficult terrain.
yeah. So this hellhound like stumbles forward another step and then collapses on the ground. Its buddy obviously takes the 7 damage, and wait, hang on, it's 20 feet, right? So that's oh boy, okay.
That's radius.
It's a radius of 20
Oh,
feet.
it's a radius. Okay. Oh my god.
And they
Makes
get a
it
40-foot diameter.
It makes it worse.
Which, if you're saying it runs all the way across it, that's like 8 times the...
But every 5 feet it travels. Wow.
But it's also difficult terrain, so it can only
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So it hits that and it slows to half speed. That's still
Does it have
So
piercing
Which means
resistance?
at full blast, it's still getting halfway across the circle.
It slows to dwarf speed.
so it takes significant damage from the thorns beneath it, but does not die.
some very angry typing going on.
So is this basically a surprise round where we all get an action before they can react?
Yes. Yep. So that's Thorn's. Palkas is next. I like Nightcaste as well. Set a course at Dwarf 4.
I use Psionic Blast on our party. No, I'm kidding. I use chill touch.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's so weird
No,
that it's
Palkas has such a short fuse.
That hits.
6 necrotic. There you go.
So the second number. Oh no, it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask, is the second number the one?
Nope.
Okay.
That's. I also inserted the word cantrip next to these as well, so that you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is also very badly hurt, but well, it's very badly hurt by that, but is still standing barely.
Okay.
Anything else you've got up your sleeves?
That's it for this round.
Then Coyra.
I assume I can't hit him with a range of 30 feet.
Well, wasn't
Kind of.
Coyra's action the spike growth?
Well, I'm hoping she cast that before they
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I did
before.
that
Okay,
before.
yeah.
came around the corner. Otherwise, they wouldn't have taken damage yet.
Mm.
Within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. It's kind of a. And the
If
other
it's
thing.
not within 30 feet, it's just the end of my turn.
Okay. The other thing to keep in mind as well is that the spike growth is a concentration spell. So that kind of. Actually, I think is well, hang on. The radius. 1 sec. Sorry. Let me look at spike growth
No
within
worries.
150 feet. Okay. Love this like crazy. 1 sec. Let me measure how. I think it probably isn't within 30 feet of you.
Then it's just the end of my turn, and Coyra just focuses on the spikes.
Alright. Rhea takes aim with her crossbow.
Ooh.
And she hits him and she might finish.
Dope.
Nope, not quite.
She rolled a 1 for damage. Great.
Why do you want? Right, Grimm.
She hit it. She hit
She's
it.
trying.
Did she hit?
Okay, they're like right at the base of this corner here.
One of them is
Right.
dead. The other
Well-
one is limping heavily.
Basically,
at
are
the
they
base of
within
the
30
corner.
feet?
He's saying they
Since I'm
because he's
standing
not
right
assuming
there-
gender in this case. There you go.
Since I'm standing right there at the corner of the roof, is it within 30 feet of me?
No. I would say it's not.
Hmm.
Hang on, let me look at this. Because if they came like... Yeah. No, I don't think it is. Because they were heading kind of... it's really-
Where's the spike area?
it's
Because I was
really
right here,
close.
right
I
at the
think that's
corner
that.
here.
That bit on the... You see all those blue dots?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's the spiky
If you
bit.
zoom in all the way, you'll see the spike area.
Yeah. Even then, it's still the scaling is terrible because
Mm.
it's,
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
No need
Didn't
to
have
be
a map for you.
No worries.
See if I can see this a little bit better.
They're probably, from the very edge of that, they're probably like 60, 70 feet away. Or, yeah, the one remaining.
Yeah, they're kind of... They're close, but not within 30 feet.
Okay, in that case, I'll just easiest drop down from above. And
Are you going to try and feed yourself to the...
no, I can't do anything from up here other than just okay. I can stand here and look at it.
Hey,
Hi.
not everybody has to hit it. I was happy doing a
Oh,
few
it's
points.
almost dead. I'd rather it be dead.
If it goes anywhere,
Drop
it will
down.
be.
Basically, yeah. Drop down and get to what I hope is the edge. of the spiked area.
Okay, yeah.
That, and even if I miss, it might coax it to come toward me across the spikes.
Okay. And that will hit. And you finish it.
There you go.
Question: did the boar survive?
Yes. The boar is currently terrified in that corner.
I do watch out for boar droppings when I drop down there.
This is like currently hiding over here.
Considering how scared it most likely was.
Yeah, quite.
Okay.
If we
Oh,
take
that was.
Coyra actually hops down, goes to the boar and tries to calm it down,
Okay.
pets it and
Oh.
tries to say, "Good job. You
Look.
really did a good job trying to really get the
All-
creature back in a
All of
normal
you,
state."
all of you, wait here for a moment. Round the corner.
Are there
I'll go
windows
and have a look
on
round
this
the front.
wall?
Before you round the corner, you may want to have Coyra drop the Thorn spell.
Yeah, I know where it is. I'll just go round it.
I mean, you can see it, so
Let me have a look. Hang on.
everyone that saw me can see it.
I'm gonna clear turn order. That was like the fastest combat session encounter. These are insane.
Oh.
Hang on one second.
Considering Thorn almost killed one in the first bit.
Let me look at this for Malvola, see if there are any windows up there. One sec, sorry. Hang on, let me compare that to where you guys are at. I have to zoom in. Oh my gosh. I gotta stop using that slider. That slider kind of sucks. For me, anyway.
What, the zoom in slider?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm just not dexterous enough to use it. Where did you go?
Yeah.
Sorry, one moment. Not right next to you on that. Not on that corner there. Not kind of in this bit right here.
I mean, anywhere along that, like,
Oh.
from the roof that I'm standing on, is there anywhere that I could see inside the building? Whether it's over here or over here, doesn't matter.
I think that's actually a much taller face than what we're
There is
we see.
there is like a bit further along. There is one large kind of stained glass window.
I would like to look through the window to see if I see some. I don't know that I'd be able to see clearly through that, just because stained glass isn't that great for that. But can I see like activity? Are there people, humanoid forms moving around?
Okay, make a perception check.
Yeah, of course, my character sheet is gone.
And remember, technically, devils are humanoid in shape.
Some of them.
Or is it the other way
That's
around?
good.
Yeah, it is good. So you see the interior of the cathedral to some extent, right? There is kind of like some hazy smoke in the air. You see these large, from your vantage point, these large ornamental curtains that look like they were kind of hung to section off the cathedral. And you see, you do see some movement below. You see there's kind of a large altar in the center, and what looks like it might have been like a private kind of seating area that's closest to the window where you're at. But the chairs are all over the place, and there is loads of damage to the curtains and to the interior of the building. It almost looks like a tornado went through there. There's like so much kind of strewn all over the place. And you see actually some bodies as well in one section. Sorry, I'm just like mental checklist of what you see. And you do see some movement. You see a group of people walking, and then they disappear from view. There you go.
Okay. So this does not seem like a place where people are sheltering in this disaster. From that description.
It looks chaotic in there. Sorry, what was that?
Maybe only a few made it.
Maybe they learned how to tame hellhounds. We just killed their familiars.
We spent weeks training those hellhounds.
Just a reminder, Kashcah, I think Thorn was sneaking around.
Yes, thank you.
That was my plan, yeah.
Okay. So while Malvola's looking in the window, totally not creeping on the cathedral people. So where are you sneaking to?
My idea is to sort of make my character sheet vanish so I can access the screen again. Kind of here, then round the thorn thing, and then up to the front.
Okay. So you're just kind of sneaking up to the front doors, going around the thorny bit.
Yeah.
All right. So you
still have password trace, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, 28 then. Nice.
So
of course, we no longer have it because he's definitely out of the 30-foot range.
Yeah, so stay put. Everything will be fine.
What?
I'll be stealthy.
What could possibly go wrong?
Palkas could try to sneak.
So you make your way to the top of the stairs, and these are like the stairs at the Lincoln Memorial. You know, it's like these huge, big white marble stairs going up to these archway that opens into kind of a long hall containing 8 columns. It's like this it is very much like the Lincoln Memorial. It's got these big columns. And you see that some of the columns have been carved to represent Thorn, but the kind of infernal magic of Avernus has warped others to represent the likeness of a winged female devil wielding a really big sword. And then you see the wooden doors that lead into the kind of main internal area of the cathedral have been broken in. There's kind of, the doors look like you see like giant, like big claw rakes across them, and it looks like somebody took a battering ram to them or something. They're damaged and hanging ajar.
Peek in. See whether I see what it is, humans or monsters.
Something grabs your head. Pulls you in.
You do as you
All
get
that Tuesdays.
As you get closer, you do see 4 humans. They look like they're wearing armor. They have swords lying kind of close to their bodies because they are lying dead in the doorways.
That's not great.
They look like they've been pretty well eviscerated.
Tasty. But
Meanwhile, the rest of us are sitting there. Thorn's never going to get back.
Yeah, so
He's
past
being
them.
He's
Past
doing...
them, is there further signs of life or death or anything?
You don't see anything, and you see like the interior of the cathedral kind of opening up. You can see 2 spiral staircases, but you don't see any other sign of movement within that. But this is a huge building. And she kind of, once you kind of like get to the doorway, you can take in how monstrously big this building is. It's massive.
Well, I guess I'll call out, hello, Cooey, anyone home?
Okay, Grimm.
Singing, yeah. Sorry, I
Marco.
was
So
thinking
how long do we
singing.
how long do we wait before we just consider?
So while that is going on, Coyra asks or tells the board like, if you want, you can stay here or you can come along with us. So I'm giving the creature a choice.
Oh, the boar.
Yeah.
The boar seems quite calmed and well, you know, a lot calmer. Not completely chill, but
I mean, I wouldn't be chill if two hell out would have tried to.
right. Also, he's looking around like this does not look like my familiar, you know,
Yeah.
environment. So the boar kind of sits down. There you go.
Hardcore. Bore.
So
Does that make it a piglin?
No, I'm still in the pre 1.16, so it's a zombie pigment.
anybody else doing anything while you're waiting for Thorn?
Well,
Just
is
waiting a
anyone
minute.
saying it?
Well,
Is
he
anyone
wanted us to
saying
wait here,
anything?
so
I'm waiting for the spikes to go down, and at that point, that's when I start worrying about him because he's been gone for too long.
Yeah,
I've been
well,
gone for
you say that.
90 seconds so far
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah,
It only
the
takes a minute
spikes-
to get to the door, and I haven't stopped to investigate anything.
The
I
spikes
just
only
stuck my
stay-
head in, looked around, and walked in and shouted hello. So it's hardly been, it's not been 2 minutes yet.
Right.
Also, the spikes only stay up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. He's a
Should-
fast,
should-
stealthy guy.
Yeah, if I
I'm
haven't
just
come back
waiting.
by the time the spikes vanish, I'm dead.
Right. That's why I would start to worry.
I'm just listening out for his shouts for help at some point,
Alright, let me do this.
or screams of agony.
I'm gonna move you over to
Oh boy!
the map of the cathedral. and
Uh-oh.
then we
Well,
can-
I'm so excited.
Oh crap.
I know, right? Like,
I mean, nobody has ever come alive and attacked us before.
definitely not.
Not the Grimm scene.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna pop tokens there for now, and then Thorn. Okay, hang on, almost there. Oh, there's too much crap on my page. Boop.
Since we're changing maps, I am going to go flag Lulu to bring the group over here.
Okay.
They can hide in the courtyard somewhere if necessary.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Probably where we
little
just
more
were.
secure potentially.
Probably here. Oops, that's a bad thing to do. Probably here where we were.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's close to the
Yeah.
exit.
All right. So there's kind of 2 full-size. Oh. Hang on one sec. Let me concentrate on
Do
this.
some blue.
Alright, then let me bring you guys over to this map. It should be mostly kind of blacked out, and sorry because you're zoomed way and you probably see just big black screen.
Yep.
So
Zoom
let me kind of open this up here.
Oh wow.
Cause
We're gonna see little teeny tiny
Oh,
tokens.
I agree, the zoom bar is
Oh,
I try not to use it too often. I just use control and mouse wheel.
You're a
Um,
genius.
So alright, so Thorn, did you find your token?
It's so tiny.
On this
It's like, where's Waldo?
new thing,
Yeah.
uh,
Here. Wow.
Oh right, I see. Yes. So what I'm doing is going to here and yelling, basically.
Okay. Let me open this up. And yeah.
And I'm going to try and yell in a friendly manner. So it's going to be like basically cooey.
This is the sound he makes when he gets his dread ambush.
I know.
Bonus
I'm
as
almost,
well.
It's almost scarier than just like regular Thorn. All right. So you see kind of this, right? You've got these like. So let me describe this. Obviously, spiral staircase here, right? And you've got these massive columns here and also there. There's another spiral staircase. Sorry, as you can see, this map is huge.
Yeah, it's like super low res Thorn.
Got, another spiral staircase there. So sorry, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think that's probably plenty. So your voice, as you call out in a friendly, slightly scary manner, is just echoes around this gigantic interior, and you see like some of the kind of chaos. So we've got like the dead bodies are like here, and you see some more over here, and you don't hear anybody kind of call out to oh, hang on one sec though, let me do a thing. Let me check one thing. Okay, that's good.
Except for this one group that's been waiting for their dinner to be delivered.
What's your passive perception?
That's an excellent question. Give me a moment.
Or, well, actually, you are kind of listening for a response.
Is 16.
Okay. Do you want? Could you make a perception check? Because you are kind of like listening for a response. And we'll say whichever is better is what you'll take. Are those dead bodies?
Yep, dead bodies.
Great.
They're empty player tokens, therefore dead bodies.
You hear from this direction some movement. There's no response, but from over here, kind of you can hear some movement going on. The other thing that you hear as you're kind of standing there waiting for a response is there's this. We're gonna go ASMR here. You ready for this? There's this noise in the background that's like it's like something tapping, like something really big and solid tapping on the floor, and not just one thing but many things. Yeah, it sounds like a mechanical keyboard though. I don't have one, but
You're welcome.
thank you.
Okay. Well, I guess I will
Perfectly
jog back round to the group and say, I think everyone's dead, and it sounds like the roof is bleeding, but it's really huge, and there's no immediate threat, so we should go check it out.
The roof is bleeding.
Just a quick question. Is this like, this is all interior, like a little...
Yeah.
Or is that just underneath a roofed structure and these are pillars?
Those are these things are like big giant pillars, right? Big giant columns, but it is like in this interior. Well, it's undercover, right? But there's no door here. This is just a big, huge archway from like there to there.
Okay.
The only doors are here, so this is like, I mean, it is like the Lincoln Memorial, right? Where there's like the columns under the roof.
That's kind of what I was wondering. Are these like arches as well that you can go through?
No. This is like a solid wall, right? But on the outside, you have this kind of like oh, here we go. I'm just gonna reference buildings that I know. Right, this is like Duomo, where there are like these giant statues standing in alcoves.
Oh.
That's kind of like what these bits are, right? And
Okay.
then you're just seeing the interior of those alcoves.
Right.
Sorry,
So
let's get rid of that bit.
I guess we tell Lulu and the family to stay in the courtyard for the moment while we go in and check further.
I suppose they heard my merry assessment of everyone being dead and blood raining from the ceiling. Oh well.
Gary,
It'll
Fred,
build character.
George.
Yeah, apparently Palkas is not fazed by this description at all.
Nope.
Does not think this should be toddlers. Toddlers should be fine with seeing dead bodies, right?
No, they stay in the courtyard. We go in and inspect. That's what he was talking about.
Coyra just asked, why can't they come with us?
It might not be safe.
Keep in mind, Coyra is bad with other people. So she thinks it's fine to see those things.
Palkas says, I can't shield myself, let alone them.
Yeah,
That's true.
we'll be safer without them, Coyra.
You could leave your pig to care for
Okay.
them.
The pig chooses what it... The boar chooses what the boar wants to do. But it's nice to keep an eye on them.
Alright,
And
so
worst case scenario, if they get hungry, they've got pork.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
It
lots
will
of fire.
it will disappear at some point, so imagine you're trying to eat it, and poof, gone!
Oh no, disappearing pork. So cruel.
Right. So
So,
that I think that's us moving in then, right?
Yeah.
There.
So are you being stealthy? You're just strolling in, or?
Well, I mean, I'm following Thorn's lead at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's already been in here. If he's going stealthy, I'm going stealthy. If not, I'm not.
regardless,
Someone's
I'm
gonna
going stealthy.
stop going stealthy at about the steps.
Okay.
Although people
Remember-
are still welcome to use my pass without a trace for the moment.
That's still
That's
up.
fine.
Well, in that case, that's a 36. I'm going super stealthy
Yeah.
all the way.
Oh wait, sorry, I was Bisco distracted me. What happened?
You're going in, basically. The
Okay.
Harkina and Gary are hanging out. They kind of sit down in the corner here, and
Harry?
Harkina is like trying to clean her toddler's faces off, and the boy is standing next to them.
Are the toddler's
Everyone
names
doing
Fred
stealth
and
checks?
George?
Listen, don't push it. Listen.
The
Doing
twins.
stealth checks?
So some people are trying to be stealthy, others are not so much.
I
It's up
think
to you.
Thorn is just stomping
I
along.
seem like I'm not doing the best.
Okay.
I guess
That's
knowing
still
that it's
19.
knowing it's a dangerous area, I guess, if people are still trying to soft step, I mean, he's going to make
Mhm.
some effort. Okay, he's going to make a really good
Better
effort.
than Coyra.
Yeah, fantastic.
Well, keep in mind you've got a +10.
Oh yeah, right.
Is
Still
Rhea
better
joining
than
us?
Coyra.
Rhea is joining. Oh, where the hell's her token?
Is
Oh,
this-
she's back
Over
there.
where,
Okay.
over where you put us.
Yep. Rhea and Lulu.
That's
are
why I was
both
wondering. She was the only one left over there.
is this
Sorry.
is this the pig? No, that's Lulu.
joining. It's Lulu.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Oh, so
I'm not
rude.
I'm not zoomed in very far. Sorry.
So rude.
What is the pig doing? Is it staying with the others? Is it still outside? Is it following us?
That's up to you.
You summon it.
Yeah.
You tell it what to
I'll
do.
told it-
Don't tell it to exist and then do its own thing. You should give it direction. You've summoned it into hell. What are you going to have the pig do?
Then it's following us.
What's it?
The pig is
It's
questioning
coming
its
with
life
us.
choices. at the
Right?
moment.
It's just going to panic.
It's coming with us.
Pigs
There we go.
in hell.
Exactly.
I will pass along that I did hear movement and see movement from like over this direction.
Yeah, that's where I heard movement. There's something over there. Let's go find out what it is, shall we? Toodle pip chums.
So can everybody see in the dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're a completely dark vision friendly
Oh my
group.
God. You guys suck.
Except for, I don't know what Lulu can see,
Hey,
and
Hey.
I don't know what the piglin
Kashcah.
can see either.
I didn't even know what I was doing when creating this character, so I take no responsibility.
That's fair enough.
Does Rhea have dark vision?
Nope, she
Rhea
does
has-
not.
Double dark vision.
She does not.
Everything's doubly dark for her.
She can see in the dark so well. She can see through things.
So there's
Just
not enough.
follows the
I don't know what the light is like outside. I mean, I know that there's the giant black orb, but
Yeah, I
Is
mean
it
the
shining
skies
in
are
through giant-
generally kind of red, right? And there's no real like sunrise or sunset. In fact, there's no sun.
is there giant windows to let the
There,
light in?
there are a couple of giant windows, right? Like you see one here.
Okay. So then, is there some red light coming through there?
A little bit, yeah.
some
it's
dim light
quite
in it.
dim. But yeah, there is a little bit. Rhea will, comment about wondering how you guys can see where you're going.
Coyra asked Rhea, if needed, I can cast a flame so you can see.
Do you need sunlight when everything is on fire? Maybe.
Yeah. It's sort
If
of
not,
just-
just stick with us.
So was it agreed we were moving toward the sound of
Yeah.
dripping or whatever it was?
Mm-hmm. Sadly, yes.
if you take a moment to take it in, right, then you see or you hear kind of from the direction you're heading, you heard what sounded like people moving around. But then in the background there's also this other kind of noise of it's almost like somebody's got tap shoes on. There's this like tapping of very solid kind of almost like nails against like a glass or something like that. But the floor in here is like all marble. It's all incredibly sooty and gross and dirty now, but it looks like it is beautiful marble underneath there.
Would a survival check give me more information about what that sound might be?
You can certainly try.
Okay, it might not.
It's
That's with a +7, which is so sad.
Wow.
It sounds like either something with really big nails walking around or some kind of like something like that is what it sounds like.
Really big nails, you say?
And once that dawns on Grimm, he freezes, hackles. As it were, like, oh crap.
It's another puppy. They got nails.
Lulu does kind of
Yeah, we're
flutter
in hell. It could be something a lot bigger than a puppy.
And Rhea will say to you, Palkas, she says, I can't believe this. She says, I know this, I've been to this cathedral quite a few times and it's just almost unrecognizable. But she does point to these spiral stairs here and she says, these go up to where the choir used to sing. She says, there's a
Coyra.
huge pipe organ up there.
Palkas says, keep your mind focused on our mission. It'll make
Says-
things less miserable
Says I'm just trying to also share some helpful
Oh.
information with you. Perhaps you'd like to know the layout of the cathedral. I don't know.
Do you think
I
people
mean,
would take
pipe
cover up
organs are
there?
cool.
Coyra actually asks Lulu if she might know what the sound is they were hearing.
Lulu says it's not one I'm familiar with, I'm afraid.
Someone is going fertile.
If you're close enough to Coyra, you've heard that.
Well, Lulu only talks to you in your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
telepathically.
but what Coyra just said, the awkward laugh and the...
Okay, so over here, you see these kind of very ornamental columns there, and then hang on, stop moving for one moment because there are that's
What was that?
A legion of goblins.
this is, you're about to find out where the noise
No,
is
a
coming
legion
from.
of tap dancing goblins.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
We're so screwed.
Yes.
Which means we're in big trouble.
Tappa, tappa, tappa.
Just
a damn
provide the
song.
music. Maybe to leave us alone. You have the flute.
Dance off. Oh, man.
These columns look like a smiley bug face.
Oh, I forgot to. You see. Boop. There we go.
Did you say poop?
So. Yeah, so Grimm, you see these humans actually that look like well, they're in these kind of almost religious robes, and then actually hang on, can you see that guy back there, that guy right there? Can you see 90 feet? What's your range?
I don't remember now.
Yep, I thought you were 120, weren't you?
No, I'm not 120. I think
No,
I'm
that's
60.
that's Malvola, I think, isn't it?
60. Okay. Oh, okay. So then
I
you
would be able to see him if you hadn't told us to stop moving.
Actually,
Where do you
if the
see
column
that?
wasn't in the way, Malvola could probably see him.
Where do you see how far you can see?
Yeah.
The arrow tool.
No.
No.
Your character.
like, how do you know how far?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your race is 60 feet.
Yeah, as a half elf.
Mhm.
Most are 60 feet. It's rare that anybody has longer.
Okay.
I have 90 now because of my type of ranger, but I can't see anything past that bug eye. So I'm happily oblivious.
Well, upon seeing at least some of the humans stop and kind of and point in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
I do my best to get everybody's attention quietly.
This is usually when Palkas drops the hammer. Thunk. Oh,
Clang, clang,
sorry.
They do seem to be heading in your direction.
Oh.
So, I guess I'll give
Thorn
you.
was listening. Cool.
Can I tell anything about the robes in terms of like what religion? I'm waiting for the religion check, which is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, could you please?
Wow, I actually rolled better than I thought I would. Considering it's just a straight intelligence check.
You're guessing Tiamat. Looks like
dragons.
One of our team members is part dragon.
Yes, but not part
my
evil
people!
Okay. So let's so here's how we're going to do this, right? Because they haven't seen you yet, but they are kind of generally heading in your direction. So you can all take an action, right? And then we'll begin turn order.
Excellent.
How many of us are aware that they're there?
Yeah.
So far,
Depends on whether or not you caught my little pantomime.
I think Thorn definitely is,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, here.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say if depending on whether or not anybody goes ahead of me, my initial action will probably give you a clue that something's up, because my initial action is going to be to shift.
Fair enough.
But I did try to mime that, hey, people.
Upon seeing you shift, Coyra just readies the Thorn.
Well, I won't shift until
Okay.
we hit that point in the. I don't know if we're doing the actions based on turn order or just general all at once.
So we can do it based on turn order, just to kind of keep
Okay.
organized. And what we'll
Okay.
do this round, we'll just skip their turn.
Whoa,
Okay.
look at that!
You said every round we're going to skip their turn?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Well, Rhea's familiar with
Nice,
this
nice,
area,
very
so
nice.
this explains why she gets to go first.
Yeah. All right, did we get everybody? We got.
Do you have Lulu?
My
do have
proper,
Lulu,
my actual initiative was only 9. I forgot to click the token first, so I had to re-roll having to click. But I'll
Don't
go
worry.
before Malvola.
I've had that happen before too.
Okay. Ooh, let's do that. All right. So Rhea kind of at least seeing Grimm shift takes kind
Oh,
of
he
a
wouldn't have shifted yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So
That
then
won't be on, that'll be on my turn order.
Rhea's just going to continue kind of walking.
The only thing she would have
cautiously
seen
forward.
was him going shush and pointing in their direction.
Okay. She walks cautiously forward. Palkas?
If he says shush and points over there, Palkas would freeze because he knows if he moves, he makes noise, even though he doesn't have armor and such. So he would just be ready to attack. I guess he doesn't know what to attack with, though, so I don't even know what spell he would use at this point. So I can't say that he's holding an action to attack with anything. I guess if there's a threat, he would choose something like Chill Touch, I guess. So he'll hold that for the moment.
Okay. Ready. And Grimm?
At which point, kind of crouch low. And for some reason, I'm just picturing him doing it kind of Wolverine style, kind of in the crouch, arms out to his side, and shifts.
Okay. Then we skip their turn for now. Coyra?
Seeing the cat turn more into a cat, she readies her Thorn Whip and is ready to use it.
Nice. And then Lulu is going to kind of move forward a little bit. Hanging behind Rhea. Thorn?
Thorn is going to come up to here and open fire. I reckon 1, 2, 3. With the third attack being the one with the bonus.
Sorry. So 1. Make sure I got this right. 2, 3, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. You do get a good look at the kind of person, well, creature, not a person, behind them as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so that's the first one. Let's do this first and then I'll show you what you see. Yep, those both hit. So does that.
Yay.
Wow. That's absurd rolling.
These are actually innocents that have just been dressed up. and are being used as a meat shield.
Yeah, the second one, you just snipe him right through the throat, and
Jeez.
he kicks the bucket. And the third one. Okay. Oh, what? Sorry, it changed. It managed to change the. Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god! Sorry, it's
I mean,
changing the hit points
that-
for all of them.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, because they're all copied?
Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, that's
kind
weird.
of
They should be
shit set up. Sorry, quite upset by that. So the first, so the first guy takes a significant amount of damage. He is not quite dead though.
It's only mostly dead.
Okay, I see what's going on. The second one, you outright kill, and the third one, he is slightly less mostly dead than the first one. Okay, so we've got
By 2 points.
for my bonus action, I'm going to remember to cast Hunter's Mark, although I really should have done it beforehand. Daft. And what's the range? All right, can I put it on the guy at the back or not?
The Curse of the Ranger and their Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you as well what that guy back there looks like. So hang on one sec.
Which I don't know that
90
any of us
feet.
can see him except you.
90 feet. Right, Thorn is the only one, but he looks so awesome that I'm going to show him to everybody.
Oh, cool.
Look how awesome.
Yes,
Like
I
I
will
said,
Hunter's Mark that one.
Okay.
like I said, Sniffles is back, but bigger.
That's a freaking huge sword. Holy crap. Wow.
It's like,
I'm not seeing an image.
oh, did I? No? Did
But
I?
I got it.
I think it's probably just me.
I was gonna say, take a glance at the stream. That'll tell you what it looks like.
I can't really safely run the stream and
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
if you
going.
want, I'll put it in Discord for you really quick.
Mm.
Yeah,
but
let, me
it might be in the handout.
let me check it. Oh,
If you can't find it,
show
Oh
me.
yes, there we are. I see it. Ooh, shiny.
It's a big ass sword.
Yeah,
She
not
looks
exactly
like
right.
a friend of mine.
Okay, so, and then Malvola.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Wait, how do you see them?
Now remember, he's got the really long
yeah,
vision.
but
There's
know.
two
It's
things. One, my
these
movement
things.
gets me to about.
That's it.
The other is the spell has a range of 150 feet. A gateway to the dark between the stars opens, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, which I'm
Wow.
going to put that
Awesome.
right about here.
Oh, right. What is
Ooh.
this?
How do I adjust the size? I hate this. Is so goofy.
I might have a. Hang on. Maybe I have a thing.
You have to redraw for size.
Do I have a
If
thing?
you're the DM, then sometimes you have the ability to resize things, but
Ooh, wait, hang on. What the heck? Some of these tokens are insane.
Mm.
Wait, what? So 20 foot?
yeah.
You think?
Yeah, so it would be 8 squares across. The
Um,
dead center would be right here.
So I have this
Right.
dude.
There.
Oh, that's cool.
That's still not quite big enough though, is it? 1, 2,
It's getting there.
5, 6, 7, one more. 8.
And
Let
that,
me put that
I think
to the
the
back,
green dot
though,
is
so
the
we can-
center.
So
I didn't make a dot. I don't.
I did.
Right.
That was a,
oh, that's not quite. Oh no, not that.
No, my circle is the wrong size, but it's just because our Roll20 makes it annoyingly complicated to make it right.
So right now I'm seeing the giant bug face pillars, and its head going.
It's just had its mind blown.
Well, let me finish reading the description of what this spell does.
There you go.
The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky otherworldly tentacles roll against it.
That's really
That is so fucking creepy.
Yes! That's why I took it. I've been waiting to use this.
Superb.
Also, yes, as Static said, lewd.
We're not playing Bessum.
All right, so you want to roll the damage then?
That-
Do they
that-
get saved for this?
It's their
There-
turn.
Oh, their turn. Okay.
Yeah, it's dependent on being their turn before the
Okay.
damage comes in. But
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Tentacles. Okay. So, but for now they are blinded, unless they have,
And that-
shenanigans.
And it's an entirely dark area, and nobody can see in or out.
yeah,
Okay. All right. That's pretty effective. So then I think we'll start then. I forgot to stop giving you guys 3 rounds at the beginning because you just murder all my guys. Murdering my dudes. Then I think we'll start at the top of the round and yeah. So Rhea can't really, well, she can kind of vaguely make out this dark area there. So she's going to kind of move up a little bit. And she's going to hold her action because she's certainly not going to run into that darkness.
Shoot magic missile into the darkness.
Palkas.
He's gonna shoot magic missile into the darkness. No, he would not have seen Malvola cast the spell. Did it require a verbal component?
yes.
Okay, so perhaps he would have heard something cast. Oh dear.
Sorry.
So let me bring this down.
Cat decided that the microphone was very tasty.
Nom nom nom.
Boy, this is like a huge area. I didn't realize
Yeah.
how many spaces these are. You can only move. That's 10 feet to move 1 square? Jeez.
No, it's because
Okay.
you're centered on yourself and not into the next square. So
Oh.
it's consuming movement for the space that you're already in.
No, each square is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Is that right, Kashcah?
That's not right.
Okay, each square is supposed to be 5 feet then?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Apparently this map is all kinds of...
It's huger than we thought, I guess.
They're just trying to give you that. I think I can adjust that.
It'll be-
So hearing the commotion over here,
Okay.
and then weird lewd noises over here, along with the tap tap of stuff, I guess Palkas would probably move over here. But he can move up to 80 feet, technically. So he'd move up until he got over by Malvola, I guess. Trying to see what's going on. See a glimpse of the chaos orb, whatever it is that's going on there, and just be like, what happened? And he's still going to hold chill touch for a target.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Then Grimm.
Well, that kind of put a wrench in what I was planning on doing, but I think I'll just move up here by the corner. No, actually, not in the corner. And I can't see anything in there, so I'm
Wait
going to
for-
hold.
Yeah, they'll all flee out. They're freaking out, right?
Yeah, I'm going to hold a sunbolt ready for anything that comes out.
All right, sounds good. Then the cultists. So it is the start of their turn now. So you want to roll the damage for that spell you got there.
He's AFK at the moment.
Oh,
So he said it was
2d6, you said, didn't you?
it was either 2d6 or 2d8.
well, there was some cold damage and some acid damage.
That's at the end of their turn.
The acid damage.
Excuse me.
The cold.
As they get licked by tentacles.
Hang on, let me look at his sheet.
Ugh.
See what the heck he's got going on here.
Oh, that's right. You have access to the character sheets.
Let's see what he just cast.
Yeah, what's the name of this thing?
It looks like Hunger of Hadar, maybe.
Hunger of Hadar. That sounds about right. He's also got those
Yep,
Hadar tentacles.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay.
And he's back. Well, in the process of.
Okay, so any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage, and any creature that ends
Gets a save against 2d6.
yeah, it gets a saved against being
Yeah.
molested.
Still.
Yes.
Roll your 2d6 cold, sir.
Yeah. They really
And
they
we'll
just
see
don't
how
get
many
a
of them you
save
kill.
about.
Oh, now I realize. I regret reading
Wah,
it.
wah.
Oh.
Can Do I roll that per creature, or is it just everybody gets the same 2d6? Because that's really going to be disappointing.
They're getting tickled by the tentacles.
You're making it worse.
They might get hit by the acid.
I will give you, as that one sucked so much, I'll give you 2 rolls, one for the cultists and one for the other guy.
Other guy.
There we go.
Okay.
Other guy.
So which one? Well, no. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Alright, so that cult, you hear, you don't see, unless you guys have some kind of way of seeing magical darkness.
I can. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get to watch the porn show? Is that what's going on?
Oh, yes! What kind of voyeur do I think I am? I'm not going to waste my money on something I can't actually enjoy.
Oh, no.
He's watching a warped hentai.
Sorry, Kashka.
It's alright.
I'm so disappointed right now.
Oh no.
No.
It's alright, he made it so none of us have to watch. Except himself.
Until he starts describing it.
Oh, did you see that one? The head came right off.
Okay, so well, some other folks in the vicinity might hear people kind of hit the floor, as they expire from cold damage, and then the ones that survived though then have to make dex saves to see if I just realized I had you roll for that other guy's damage and it's not even his turn. That's alright. We'll just
Are they
keep that.
moving out of the area?
You know what? No, we'll forget. So forget that first. The double ones. Forget that. The dexterity save. So you.
Their DC is 14?
For the
15,
dex.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to try to move out of the area.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably.
Well, they can't really
They don't
see anything.
necessarily know
Yeah,
that
do
they're
they know
in an
what-
area, do they?
It's true.
Like,
Well,
do they know
well,
which
they're
way it's
blinded,
out?
and it is, what does it say here?
Magical darkness.
They are blinded, it's magical darkness, and it's difficult terrain.
Do they even know what way is out?
Well, no, exactly. They'd have no idea.
That's rude.
All right, let's start.
That is rude.
They should roll a random direction
Yeah,
to
that's
move,
what I'm
and
just
just
gonna do.
stagger in that direction.
They get okay, so let's do
A D8.
1d8. Yep. Alright, so this guy goes 1, 2, and he's gonna go his full movement. So
Oh, that's up to a minute.
so one guy
Yes.
appears right there.
And that's that would be a trigger
Yep, it sure
I've been
will.
waiting for.
Ooh.
Okay. You hit him.
He takes 5 radiant damage.
You don't quite kill him.
That-
He looks
He comes
looks
stumbling
very
out blast.
Well, if it makes any difference, I was holding an action too.
Okay, another guy appears.
First guy takes another 12 points of necrotic.
Okay, that guy dies.
Sorry, kashcah.
Alright,
First guy stumbles
This is
out.
working
gets hit.
exactly how I wanted it to. We're just aiming at the edge of the circle. As soon as somebody appears, he gets popped.
and that guy moves out to the side there.
Now, once again, we just need your area effect, Coyra's area effect, and Palkas' area effect.
Oh my god, stop.
Well,
I think Coyra should be right in this area.
Coyra has been thinking. Well, I've been thinking about using entanglement.
Alright, well it is your turn, so
Or earth and tentacles.
Up to where can I move? 1, 2, 4.
why is this map
I
smiling?
can go next to Grimm, right?
Yeah.
So, seeing whatever is going on, well, I'm still gonna look at entanglement. Range 20 foot. So on this map it's 40, right?
Yeah, it's half whatever it says.
Well, no, I adjusted it, so...
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Magic.
Clicking all kinds of wrong buttons.
Kashcah cast a cantrip. Did you roll for that to see if you wild magic?
Yeah, no, Coyra just uses her Thorn whip on this guy.
Okay,
Wait. This guy.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
And she
Can
clearly
you
misses.
push them away with that?
I've been wondering the same, but I mean, it doesn't matter, I think, at this point.
That does miss, unfortunately. Yeah, that whatever Malvola put back there is really off-putting. So.
I mean, I see a void of darkness, of course I'm gonna miss.
Anything else you would like to do?
Nope.
Okay. Lulu is going to move a little. Oh, that's.
By the way, the board
Oh,
is
really?
with me, isn't it? Just making sure.
I think the
Yes.
boar stayed outside, didn't it?
Okay. No, I told you to come with us.
Oh, okay.
After Palkas' rant. On how hard you.
Hang on, I'm just gonna check one thing here. Okay, no, Lulu is holding where she's at back there with Raya. She's not gonna do anything just
Okay.
yet.
Since we forgot about the board, let's just assume I told the board when I was still here that I told it to stay.
Okay.
Just to not make it more complicated.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. Issue solved.
Alright, so this guy, he,
This guy here.
that guy right there.
That guy right there.
Yep. He takes to the, well, actually, the only person who can see what that person's doing is Malvola. You see its great wings kind of like extend out, and it takes to the air. And
That way.
let's see. It flies over there.
So those of us over where I am and Coyra is wouldn't even know it exists.
Well, if it came up out of the dark orb and then flew over behind the pillar.
Okay, then.
It's
Yeah,
not going
well,
to come up that high.
Okay, so then no.
It's definitely going to use the orb to its advantage.
So we don't even know it's there.
What is?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right. Thorn, it is over to you.
Okay. I'm going to move over to here and shoot Chappie a couple of times.
Okay.
He's got it under control. He's fine.
God's water.
Ears like a fox.
I have Hunter's Mark on it. I know where it is.
He doesn't know that though.
Well, that's true.
So yes, those both hit.
Okay.
Lovely.
Question about the longbow. What does the 150 /
Oh.
600 mean?
That's the range.
Oh, okay.
150
Uh,
feet is normal. 600 is at
also-
disadvantage.
That's also 2 Hunter's
Okay.
Marks as well.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's only PCA.
Okay, so another 5. Got it. Okay.
Wow,
There.
that's quite a lot of damage.
Indeed it is.
Go fighters, I guess.
Malvola?
I'm going to move over here,
Yay.
assuming I use the right tool, and put my Hexblade's Curse on the Abishai,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast. Both beam.
That hits.
Eldritch Boop. Oh, that's right. You shoot 2 rays now. I forgot.
Yes.
That also hits. Okay.
It's different from the others because you have to roll multiple times. The other ones just increase the dice.
Yeah.
It gives Eldritch Blast greater versatility and a better average damage throughput. Eldritch Blast is a really, really good cannon.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It does make me kind of feel like a one-trick pony, though.
Well, I mean,
That's
Warlock-
why I've been-
Warlock
It's really
having a tough
good.
time.
You just lick the
I've
group
been
of people
trying-
with tentacles.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to pick spells that are a bit more variety,
You're branching out.
other
right?
spells that I have, but it's still like, yeah, but this hits from 120 feet away.
Yeah.
All
Did you
right.
do the Abyssal Blast thing?
The who?
I think is it Abyssal Blast? The kind of Eldritch Blast upgrade.
There are a bunch of them, but it's you have to buy like all of them for Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
to keep pace as you level.
That's true.
So it takes another 18 damage.
Okay. Yep. Got that.
I'll just sneak out the back way. Ah, crap.
Rhea is going to first of all I need to zoom back in. And then Rhea is gonna charge up to this guy who is still standing here and try and hit him. Where is your character sheet? There it is. So she has a long sword in hand as she charges forward and hits him. And does she kills him.
Go Rhea.
Runs him through.
She kind of has this battle cry, all this anger that she has about what's happened, you know, what she's seeing before her. Seems to be channeled into this attack.
Yeah, going to hell has really helped her.
Who knew?
It's helped her focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palkas.
No. Palkas probably just moves over here by Lulu. And does a chill touch on this guy here. Once again, he gets that cold feeling on the back of his neck that he just had. And it's a hand trying to caress him.
Yeah.
I don't think it works, does it?
No, it does. That hits.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, their AC sucks.
Okay,
Oh.
16
Ooh.
necrotic damage. Jeez.
Yeah.
And off comes the head. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, you husked him.
That's it for Palkas. He done.
It is like straight out of The Mummy, you know, where that guy like just ended up. Yes, that's what happens to that poor guy back there.
That was my cantrip max damage.
Yeah.
Right, Grimm.
Once again, can't do what I was originally thinking about doing.
Sorry.
Because both guys are now
Bastards
dead.
keep stealing your kill.
Ray is standing there.
I'm just gonna move over to here, you know, in case any come down. I don't know if any of them are still alive in there, so in case any come down.
Yeah.
You know, since the other side over here is well covered, apparently.
If anything, you probably hear the others
And
doing stuff.
hold my action until I see an enemy to throw a sunbolt at.
Okay.
Because I don't know the Abishai's over there, so.
All right. Cultist, we can get rid of that. Coyra.
Coyra just walks, looks around the corner, sees all kinds of dead people, and just assumes everything is dead. So she doesn't really do anything.
Okay, hang on 1 sec. I just wanna.
She's
look
not
at
really
this. So would the Hexblade's Curse and Eldritch Boop would have nuked your Hunger of Hadar?
No, because Eldritch Blast does not require concentration, and I have not taken damage or become incapacitated.
And Hexblade's Curse? Oh, that's like a
Hexblade's
class.
Curse
Yeah.
is just
Okay.
an action that I can just. It's like his Hunter's Mark.
Got it. Well, okay. Alright, yeah. Alright, Lulu
Oh, and it's a one-time use till short or long rest.
is
Ah.
gonna
Yep.
kind of move up a little bit. Peeking round. She might kind of move up here next to you, Grimm, peek around the corner. You just hear this fluttering up behind you. And then the Abishai is going to he charges kind of forward towards you. Well, down, like it's an angle towards you, Thorn. And he is going to make his attack.
Oh, please let him miss, because that's a big sword.
Would I be able to see him from where I am?
Probably.
You can
I thought
definitely
it
see some kind of movement.
Because I've been I was holding the action until I see an enemy. That's why I'm wondering if I actually see him or not.
Would you see him though? Like, you have this pillar blocking your
Yeah,
view.
that's what I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you see a sword go or something, but other than that, I thought you would see him.
Yeah. I
You see
think
Thorn get
some
cut in half?
movement, but not the actual dude themselves. I don't think you can see like a target to hit, you know?
Okay. Sorry, Thorn.
It's all good.
Alright, so 2 attacks. One with the longsword that misses, and then with the claw also misses.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
That thing's
Excellent.
long sword.
Alright, so that's him, and then Thorn. Yeah,
Okay.
he's in your face.
So- I will drop the longbow and draw my rapier and stab instead of shoot.
Okay.
Oh. I just saw that.
You saw nothing.
Oh crap.
That does not hit.
Neither of them.
Oh, the first one does. Sorry, I only saw the first one hits, the second one does not.
Have me waiting for a second. Okay. Oh, and I plus d6, of course, because of Hunter's bloody mark.
Hey, Kashka.
Hey, yeah.
Just a heads up that there's a dark spot here.
Okay, thank you. I can fix that right now. Just do. Okay. Alright, got it.
Oh, I'm also going to yell, "Devils over here!"
What?
So
What?
he takes a reaction from your hits and bites you, or tries to, and does hit with his bite. So he does 5 piercing and 6 cold damage with his bite.
6 what?
Hey,
6 cold damage.
Cold. Okay. Cool.
He's been chewing on a Tic Tac.
Wait, someone is getting chewed on other than me?
Alright, and then
The world has
Malvola.
gone topsy-turvy.
I'm assuming it's my turn.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Going to boop him.
All the boops.
Ah.
Well, the first one booped.
The second one was a bad boop.
A bad boop. Bad boop. Bad.
Bada boop.
Bada boop.
That's what it is. Thorn got in the way of the second one. Threw your aim off.
Alright, are you staying where you're at?
Okay, there's something else that I forgot to mention with the Hexblade's Curse. The each hit gains also my proficiency bonus to damage, so that would be 15 on this one, and on the previous one would have been 14 and 10. So I mean, we missed it the last round. Let's forget about that. So
Okay.
this would be a 15 hit, and then I am going to move away.
Okay. Alright, I've
So
added
it's
that extra for this
plus-
turn.
Is it then +3 or?
Yes, it would be
Okay.
+3 specifically against that guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
I also think that the bite would probably be enough for. Well, he can't. It's still a line of sight issue. I was thinking for Grimm's held action. I mean, he would have seen that. But again, there's a wall in the way.
Yeah, I think he knows there's an enemy there. He just can't get a line on him.
Yeah.
I can't move yet.
Alright. Raya is going to make her way around here as well. She's going to stand up next to Lulu. Okay.
We've woken up a Cathedral of Devils.
Palkas, it is your turn.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we're not making much noise so that, we don't draw any other
Yeah.
attention.
I don't know. Wait, center. He actually could shoot at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably would, and then he'd move, like over here. So he's gonna shoot where he's at. No, there's a bunch of people here.
I was going to say, why would you take the difficult shot
he
when
can
you
see him there, so he's gonna go over here and then
Mhm.
shoot from that spot.
Okay,
So
that makes more sense. Let me take the most difficult shot, and then I'll move to a place where I can shoot them easier.
don't be so picky. All right. And Palkas again uses the chill touch. Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
And I roll low for it, but still.
Let me check one thing.
11 points of necrotic.
Okay.
And I forgot that there's other side effects for chill touch. So they can't heal for 1 round, and if they're undead, they get disadvantage to attack.
Okay. Yep, he's definitely not undead.
And that is it.
Okay.
He's pale but not undead.
Alright, Grimm.
I'm going to move to where I can see this idiot.
Did he take the damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So, You don't have to worry about that. Thank you.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit, yes.
I wish I had advantage because that would have been so nice. A whole 5 points of radiant damage. Then we'll send another one for another 7 points, so a total of 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you guys are whittling this guy down. He is not looking good at all.
Quite right too.
Alright, then... so from in between kind of the tatters, oh, it's such a shame that Vallen is AFK. So from in between the tatters of these curtains, come bounding, some of our friends here. So these, huge kind of, hang on. He was there, hang on, let me measure, see, I don't want him to go too far. We've got a friend, Palkas.
Don't. What? What
He
is
snuck
it?
up behind you.
It's a hellhound. Spoilers.
Yay!
This one's gonna go right there.
Oh boy.
Might get a little hot in here for Palkas.
Right, would he really do that? Hang on one sec, let me just measure. No, he's gonna come in. Sorry, Palkas. So them, yeah. This guy, I'm afraid, is gonna unleash his fire breath upon you, Mr. Palkas.
Oh.
So you have a dexterity saving throw that you can make.
Shit.
I mean, you can also do
You're
that.
super nimble, right?
There you go.
Okay.
Wow.
So that
You've got a negative what to your rolls?
I have a 0 for my
is
dex.
0.
Wow.
You sound so proud of it.
You gotta own it. It's your trait, man.
So you take 16 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Palkas is caught unawares, extremely unhappy about being set on fire.
I was gonna say your favorite type of damage.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the other one's going to try and bite you.
So that's what.
You
Now
know,
that the first one cooked you a little.
now you're tastier. A little crispy around the edges. And that one does... He rolls a 21 for the bite.
Oh, jeez.
And... Where did that just go?
Your AC is higher than that, right?
Oh, there it
My
is.
AC is 10.
We
And
really
that...
need to find you some protective magics.
So you rolled like a 20 something to hit me.
I rolled... So the second one bites you. And I rolled a 21 for the bite.
Okay.
And his bite does 7 piercing and 8 fire damage.
Oh. Okay. That puts. Okay.
Are you still up, Palkas?
I'm not dead yet. But
Are you
I'm
still
really
conscious?
close.
Would
And that's
you have
their turn.
Would you have shouted?
Oh, hell yeah. Fire? He is not partial to fire. He doesn't care if
He
other people
probably-
use it. If it's used on him, yeah.
He probably would have yelped about like that first Hellhound did after you shot it full of arrows and it went across Coyra's Thorn area. Yeah. I think we know that he got something happening.
So first, let me say welcome, Raiders. Thank you very much for the raid.
Indeed.
Hello.
And then Coyra, it's your turn.
You're about to
Seeing two things run towards Palkas.
He's about to
moves
die.
on- She moves up to... Wait, what was it? Up to
Excuse me.
here, I think. And let's see. Can I see Palkas? Yes,
Yeah.
I can. I cast healing word on him. As I see that he's not doing well.
He's seen better days.
Yeah.
And to think you didn't like that spell.
Yeah. Come to think of it, indeed.
It's actually really good.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of level 2 or higher, so I can cast it at level 2 or higher, right?
You should be able to cast it at level 3 if that's what you want to do.
But it uses up a spell slot of that level.
That's totally fine. So, submit. Great. I tried.
I'll take the 8 points. You almost tripled my hit points, so I'm happy. Woohoo!
Okay, so
So, question, does it only take a spell slot of level 3 or also from the level before that?
Yeah, no, just
Just
the
level
highest
3.
spell slot.
Okay.
Just the slot you cast it at.
okay.
That was my bonus action. As I see casting time 1 bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that, I'm gonna use Entangle.
Here's the thing, though. Those are both spells. You can only cast a cantrip and a
Okay.
spell in the same round.
How far can this go? 30 feet? Since you said cantrips. I whip the one. I try to whip the one closest to Palkas.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, that hits.
Are you going to pull it away?
Nice.
The hits. Wait. I'm gonna pull it. How far can it go with the Thorn whip?
I think you can pull
I
it
think
10
it's 2
feet.
squares.
10 feet. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
10.
pull it 2 squares away from Palkas.
You're beautiful.
There we go.
You just saved me on so many levels.
Alright. So that's your turn.
I know that I'm putting myself in danger too, but it's worth the risk. I hope.
Okay, I think Lulu might actually do a thing here because she's she's worried about what's going on. Hang on, let me check her. Oh, she can, yeah. So she can fly. She flies over here. She, hearing all this commotion behind the column, flies over here, sees Palkas kind of in trouble, and will come up to probably like here-ish. And then you see her like little trumpet go up, a little trunk. Sorry, yep. Little trunk go up in the air, and she trumpets forth at these hellhounds. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
So is she doing a trumpet attack at them?
She is trumpeting at them, yes.
And it's like a cone effect?
It is a cone effect, yes.
That's awesome.
So they Constitution. That guy rolled a 9, and that one rolled a 4. So they both suck at that. And so she's doing
Trunket.
and they take a whole bunch of thunder damage.
Bazinga.
It is the only bummer is that it is incredibly loud.
Well, I'm sure we weren't exactly being very quiet, so.
I mean, Palkas got toasted alive. I'm pretty sure he shouted.
Yeah, so
He
they
would have
take a
roared.
whole bunch of
Roared trunker wave.
thunder damage. Thunder, 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 Lulu. Yeah, they take that. Alright, and that is her turn. And now it is this guy's turn.
Was it thunder wave? Like?
It's kind of like that, but it's not a thunder wave.
So they
It's
don't
thunder
get-
damage that they just took.
They don't
but
get pushed or anything.
they
So I
do
guess it
not
is
get pushed.
trunk or wave.
It is trunk,
It is trunk
or
away.
wave.
No, they don't get pushed, but
Trunk
but
time.
their ears do seem to be hurting. Okay. Over to the white Abishai. He is going to once again try his longsword attack. His 21 this time to hit you with his longsword. Okay. Not particularly impressive, but it does 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he claws at you as well. Oh, and he rolls a nat 20 on his claw.
Oh.
And wait, hang on, I have to double check that. It says his claw does a D. Yeah, 1d10. Okay.
Ouch.
Alright, so he does 13 points of damage with that critical hit from the claw.
Ugh.
So 3-0 or
1-3.
1-3.
1-3. Sorry, didn't mean to panic you. The claw!
Okay.
He just hit you with the claw.
And yeah, look at that claw. It is.
It is
Yeah.
impressive.
Okay. So that's him. And then your turn.
Right. Well,
Allow
with these dogs attacking Palkas, I'm going to mutter, oh no, that won't do at all.
Palkas is fine.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike, so I don't attract any opportunity attacks. And then I am going to run down here and stab the puppy directly to the south of me a couple of times. If the second attack hits, it'll be with bonus. It'll have the advantage, and it'll be with bonus Zephyr Strike damage.
Okay. So the this guy does take an attack of opportunity as you.
No, I don't
No?
get attacks of opportunity with
That's what Zephyr Strike does. Is it
Oh,
makes
okay,
that
okay.
not happen.
Sorry. Okay, so those both hit.
Okay.
He thinks about taking an attack of opportunity and gets really confused.
And that.
Why elf run away?
And another rate attack, please. Right. So that's what, 29?
Yeah. He had 28 hit points left, so as soon as I can get the thing to scroll,
That's a lot of damage.
you finish him.
But, Thorn needs Palkas alive. That's very important to Thorn.
No pressure, Palkas.
It's
Right.
also important to Coyra. She cares a lot about her friend.
Yeah, sure.
So-
I mean, friends as well. That's nice. But,
Yeah, sure.
That's not the important part.
Not for thought.
He owes me money.
That's more like it.
Okay. Malvola.
I'm still trying to finish off the Abishai.
Somebody needs
I
to.
think you should before it runs away.
Nope, that's not going to do it.
That will.
Give me
Ah,
a break.
there's your break.
And another 15.
That's
And you finish it.
that's a good break.
Woohoo!
Schmack.
Eldritch Boop, indeed. Are you going to stay where you are?
I've been hearing stuff going on over the other side of this column. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move over here-ish.
Okay. Alright, yes, you see one dead hellhound with two kind of fairly well wounded companions of yours and another hellhound in the mix. Rhea is also going to kind of come around the corner to check out what's going on.
Jeez. The sorcerer gets set on fire, and suddenly everybody pays attention.
I mean, they've cleared the rest of the
I know.
field. Is the part that you don't know, I guess.
Just teasing.
So she's going to run in and try and finish this hellhound as well. So she's going to...
Oh.
She
Nice.
hits with that one. And then she gets 2 attacks, actually. Oh.
Fantastic.
That's good.
So she doesn't finish it, though. She does some significant damage, but not quite enough. So it is still
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
alive. Right. Then also stepping out from kind of behind the curtain is the same style demon that you guys saw before.
It's not even my final form.
And
Another Shanai or something else?
it is
The suit of armor guy.
With the baby head.
this guy,
Yeah.
Aragon.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay. So he has 30 feet of movement. So I think he's just gonna move up to Rhea and attack her with his halberd.
Oh, NPC attacking NPC. That's never a good sign.
Oh, that's a 10. That's not gonna hit her. Oh, but the 17 does just hit her. Alright, so she takes a hit from the halberd. Okay, and that's its turn. Palkas, it is your turn.
So Palkas gets really enraged by the fire upon him.
You won't like him when he's angry.
More or less, but he does grab his maul firmly and kind of pushes past Thorn and charges at the hellhound
Okay.
and does a booming blade attack with his
Oh.
maul, but he misses.
Oh.
Regardless, he can still retreat without getting attacks of
Yep.
opportunity because of his mobility feat. So he does
Sneaky
do
bastard.
that, and I think that's pretty much it for him. He doesn't have any bonus actions, which is really kind of sucking at this point. Because that's, I mean, I could really start spending a lot of spell points and whatnot, but
Alright,
Yeah.
Grimm, I mean, everybody suddenly has deserted you. It's like the party is on the other side of the pillar.
But with the sounds of battle, I'm going to come around left side, basically come down to here, pulling out the silvered longsword as I go,
Okay,
and first strike against the hell.
okay. That hits. So as it goes to hit the Maragon, it's almost like difficult to wrap your head around how this happens, but your hit is deflected from the Hellhound to the Maragon, in fact. So the Maragon
Okay,
takes that.
because the Maragon was going to get my second strike anyway.
Okay, that will hit him. Okay.
Fine, be greedy.
You want more? Here's more. And that ends my turn.
Okey-doke. Then it is the Hellhound's turn. Gulp.
Yep.
Let me look at. Okay, it's a 15-foot cone.
Crap. I knew I should have retreated further. Son of a
They
bitch.
got it. Great.
Mistakes were made.
You know, I actually forgot about the breath when I rushed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
fine.
think it's gonna do.
He's fine. He's got Thorn standing in front of him.
Must block some fire, right?
Well, but he's been attacking Rhea though.
Yeah.
He's kind of facing the opposite direction. Okay. Yep. He's a hellhound. He's not going to think too much about that. His intelligence is
a
not that great.
15-foot cone would mean it would potentially hit Coyra and Malvola.
I don't know that
No.
it does though. I think it's
It wouldn't.
just out of range.
Because
Yeah.
It would be just barely
It's like
Yeah,
out
this.
of range.
Yep. So Rhea is going to
They
take
might
this
feel the
hit.
heat of it, but
It's like that.
Yeah.
I see.
Mm.
Yeah, so but again I think he's a hellhound, right? He's not thinking about if he can maximize the number of targets that he's hitting. He's just fire breath. So Rhea needs to make the dex save.
once again, NPC on NPC.
But oh shit. That's a no. So she takes a chunk of damage. Come on, let me select. Thank you. You see her get pretty crispy up front there. Yeah, he's gonna angle it away from them. I mean, he wouldn't hit. The Maragon is like, yeah. He's not gonna hit. He's not gonna hit the Maragon for hellhound reasons. All right, then Coyra, it is your turn.
Seeing flames almost touch Coyra's face, she's like, "The all wrong tool." She just takes a step back.
How wise.
And she uses her Thorn Whip against this guy.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
that hits. All
Very
right,
nice.
he takes a chunk of damage. You pulling it?
Yeah, I'm
That
putting
is-
it to here. That it's just away from the others. Or a little bit away.
that is rolling a 20. The attack roll there. I don't know
Oh.
why it didn't highlight for her, but she did
Yeah.
roll a 20.
Well, it's a 19, it says.
Yeah, it's a 19.
Oh,
plus 3%.
right.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Why
Where do
is-
you guys
oh,
see 19? I see 11.
it's at the.
No, if you mouse over
The attack roll,
25,
not
it'll
the
tell you
damage.
details.
If you like mouse over the
No, and it's-
25, you can see it's like 19 plus 3 plus 3.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm reading that wrong, but
Don't worry.
never mind.
I appreciate the effort. The
22.
critical hits.
Trying to squeak that damage out. I'm alright with this.
Lulu says, ah! And is gonna kind of like,
Retreat.
yeah.
I mean, strategic withdrawal.
She's gonna flutter over here. She's keeping an eye on it, but perhaps from a slightly more safe vantage. This guy is dead, so Thorn, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to step up behind the Hellhound and
Stab it in the
stab it
butt.
in the ass.
It's surrounded.
Indeed.
Does that mean any advantage?
I don't think you need it. 28
I was
hits.
going to say you would have had it anyway, technically. Rhea's flanking. Somehow I don't think the Hellhound's going to survive this.
Yeah, that finishes the Hellhound. The first hit finishes it.
Okay.
Not that you need it, but time check.
Yeah.
Okay. Just looking.
Yep. We're almost there.
Providing she doesn't bring out another group of baddies for us to.
For my bonus,
Oh, yep,
I
sorry.
will switch. Sorry, I just switched my hunter's mark from the corpse of the one, the thing with the big sword, over to the little thing,
Mhm.
squishy head.
Okay.
I know, bad turns, I'm sorry.
Alright.
The squishy head demon.
Yeah, that'll hit him. Oh, the second one doesn't.
Ooh, nice.
So that's 14 on the merit.
Yep. Okay.
Hero,
Very good.
your health is low. Perhaps try eating some food.
Anything
I
else
actually
you
got
want to
healed
do?
when the Abishai went down, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
doing
that's true.
fine.
Anything else? Oh, any bonus actions?
The only bonus actions I have require an input from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Like I have to be attacked or something like that.
Okay.
I'm sure kashcah could arrange that.
It does actually say Eldritch Boom, yeah. Oh, okay. It's Rhea's turn. She's going to take a step forward and try and finish this guy.
Lunge.
Here she comes. Oh, she rolled 20. That's good stuff. And she does manage to finish it.
Yay, Rhea!
Ooh,
She indeed
go,
leveled
Ray,
up.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, that's everybody that you can see you murdered. So,
And everybody that heard the trunket call that
The trunker wave.
that came.
Oh, I will let the hunger of Hadar dissipate.
Oh.
okay. Cool.
And since it's a... How is Palkas looking at the moment?
He's got a third left. Hungry Hadar, my favorite board game.
Grimm will use his last slot. You got 7 more hit points.
Ooh.
He places his hand on your shoulder, speaks a prayer of healing.
Palkas,
Thorn thinks you look like crap.
Palkas says thank you.
You might notice also that Thorn does not look so healthy while you're...
No.
Mm.
And while you're all kind of standing there, like, catching your breath from this, these encounters that you just had, you do hear in the background that tapping noise that kind of like
That still hasn't been answered.
is, it seems to be kind of getting closer from the southwest. Except it's like lots of them, right? Like just, yeah, it's like quite a few different feet hitting the floor with tap shoes on. So that seems to be getting closer from the southwest. But
Okay.
we will save that one for next time, and
Yeah.
we will wrap
Before
this
we-
up here.
Before we break,
Yeah.
I would just like to drink a couple of common potions of healing,
Okay.
since I have a couple.
And just out of curiosity, so I can make a note of it, because my shifting only lasts for a minute, about how much of that's been used up. That way I'll have some reference for... I'm sure it hasn't been all that much, because it's only been like, what, 3 rounds? Maybe 4.
Yeah, let's say it's 4.
And rounds are what?
6
3
seconds.
seconds?
6.
6 seconds.
6
10 rounds in a
seconds.
minute.
So I've got about half the time, roughly.
It's 2.
All right. So tune in next time, folks, to find out if it is indeed a giant caterpillar with tap shoes behind curtain number 1.
Or tap dancing kobolds.
Behind curtain number 2.
It's like a whole troop of them. They've got hats. They're like da da da.
I would
They'll
love
challenge
to
us
see
to a
that.
dance off.
The rest of Thorn's family.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for coming out for another episode of Descent into Avernus. Tune in
Thank you.
next week for more of the same. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.